I have one quick question. I just want to see if I can get clarification. I know you guys voted on a rate and an amount, but specifically, how does that break up? I guess what I'm asking is, specifically, was that incorporated in as far as Commissioner Penniman clarified that the increase is in the budget? It was subdivided out into the payroll contingency, I think. Can you guys tell me if that was incorporated in mine or not, or has that been decided?
It was in your budget. It was pulled out and put into contingency, and you just need to work with them about moving it back, or when you give it to your employees.
Whose decision is it?
It's yours.
No, I mean,
I
just need to know what
the three commissioners last Wednesday night said they want to see annual reviews for any increases. And that's what I was going on, three at a time. So the process is right now the money's been approved, not been put on your department yet. You need to review your guys as soon as you can, quickly, with HR and my help, and then we're going to come to the board. There'll be a budget amendment out of the contingency into your department as soon as all the reviews are done, and if it's approved.
okay, so what I asked for is not in my budget. Is that what you said?
That's not yet. That's correct.
And that's one thing now that you bring that up, constitutional officers are a little bit different because they said this without trying to insinuate anything, but they based upon what the handbook says, basically what they submit, we got to give.
My understanding is,
we can ask them to decrease some, but
Well, here's the long and the short of it. He's a supervisor. When he said he'd done the evaluation,
Well,
we're not going to see it.
I'm gonna go back to my statement, not tonight, but earlier. Are we giving a cost of living raise or a merit increase? A merit increase is where each department head sits down with his employee and give a performance evaluation. A cost of living is what we put in the budget. Is it 2% or 3% or 20%, whatever the case may be.
Well, I just think that you have the opportunity tonight. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of people who are upset going to Mr. Forsyth. There's going to be a lot of folks who are making adjustments to do different things on the other end. If you all can openly let your employees know what your intentions are, whether they are after 8 years going to get a raise or if they are not, if that decision has been made, you need to share it.
Well,
I would like to be able to share it with my people and tell them, yes, tomorrow, July 1, your cost of living increase is going to be 3%. That's what I'm asking.
Well, I personally will say that I think any employee that's been on the job 6 months or more ought to get a cost of living.
Well, of course, and that's our line. Some people do reviews after 3 months, 4 months, or 90 days, like you mentioned. Ours is 6 months is upon our review. But even our starting salaries would increase some. Even what we would entice people to come to work for us at would increase. If we do a 3%, that's part of it.
I guess I go back, Donnie, if you don't have any problems with your folks, then it's just a formality. If you don't have any problem with your folks, it's a formality.
how much? I know we've got that in contingency. We did a bottom line number, so the bottom line number is not going to change. Taking the sheriff's out, putting it back up to his line.
30-something thousand.
And when you do that, you picking and choosing. And I'm telling you,
Well,
if
they
you don't have,
here representing the folks.
if you don't,
I'm here trying to represent my folks.
Understand. If you don't have any issues with any of your folks, it's a formality that can be fixed.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Will you fix it?
We can't fix it right now tonight, no. We just voted on a particular scenario, which might established in that budget. When that budget just got approved, to my understanding, that's the terms of that budget.
That's the dollar amount of the budget.
Exactly.
But that dollar amount of the budget is not gonna change. All it's gonna be is transferring dollar amount from that HR contingency over to the sheriff department or any other department.
The sheriff's department is,
So if we're doing that, open the window and throw the annual evaluations out the door, that's what we're asking to do right now. And that's the wrong move for this county.
No,
I'm telling you.
now, we're all county employees, but not constitutional officers. Now, I mean, if you really get down and you look at it and you ask your legal folks how that divides, it's a little bit different. I mean, you guys allocate the money to the constitutional officers. But then once that money is allocated, how we distribute it or what we do with it is the constitutional officer's responsibility. It's
Well-
micromanaging a constitutional officer's office.
You just answered your own question then. Fix it. I mean, really, honestly, you did.
Well, I'm asking, I need clarification.
I think what I'm hearing Donnie say is he wants to know what to tell his people.
That's absolutely what I'm saying.
Whether he's gonna say come July 1, you're gonna be offering an increase or not.
How many people that just fit under that contingency is not wanting the same thing? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Well, and
But you just answered your own question, Sheriff. You got the authority to do it. Do it.
Well, I know, but there's certain ways to go about it. Essentially, I need to know what was approved and what was not approved.
Donnie, right now, what was approved was the 3% that you added to the sheriff's office, to the jail, and to the courthouse security. That was taken off of your budget, right, temporarily, and put into a line item, not in your budget, to go in front of the commissioners based on last Wednesday nights. That's what I heard. Now, so
Which actually made your budget look under budget instead of over budget. But
As
3%.
you give those increases, the way I understand it, as you give those increases, that money is then transferred into your budget.
yes,
Yeah,
Well, and-
and when that comes is up to Doug.
so what needs to happen now is we need to get busy like this week.
Well, he's gonna do the
I can
evaluation.
verbally tell you, my votes have passed.
I
That's what
think
you need.
they wanted, what I heard was a little formality, an annual review, and HR is gonna help, Sheriff's gonna help.
Well, let me ask you this. We're gonna evaluate them against what for last year?
If you don't have goals and standards set for your people from year to year.
I understand that,
for
Doug.
growth,
Listen, I got 35 years of that. I know how that works.
Right.
But I had goals and standards to work. I mean, he knows everybody in his group that if there's anybody that's not cutting the mustard, you already know it.
I again reiterate what I said. After 8 years of zero, all of my folks need 3%. That's what I'm telling you as a constitutional officer who has 47 employees. That's what I think is fair. I think that is right.
I think the three commissioners that wanted to see reviews, I think they're not gonna stop your raises. They're just trying to get something started. Because I heard that we've been trying to get performance reviews for years.
Sure.
And so I don't
And
anticipate.
I think you can institute that on your department heads. I do not think you can institute that on your constitutional officers. I'm just saying.
Your evaluation is tomorrow, and ours is all